like
Nope.
that in the workplace. But when you with me, when you with daddy, calm that shit down. I got enough
No.
masculinity for the both of us.
My
You
boy,
don't
you
Nah.
you can't you can't turn it off. Like the problem is they don't listen. Like they wear hair on top of their hair. They
they,
put
Facts.
nails
listen,
on.
they listen
They
if
put no,
you
they
that nigga.
don't. They
They
put
listen
Facts.
if you
nails
that
on
nigga.
their
They
nails.
listen, I'm telling
They
you, they
put
just don't listen for
they
most
draw
of these people.
eyebrows on their eyebrows. Bro,
Facts.
they don't know what the fuck they got going on. But then
Lashes.
I tell you they want leadership, and then like good shut the fuck up. It's 7 good women in this planet, bro. They scattered all over like fucking Dragon Balls. Because you got to find them. You got to think, bro. When you just
Facts.
really break it down, like bro, the game's so fucked up right now. I had to tell my wife. I said, bro, if we ever divorce, I'm just gonna reapply as your boyfriend and work our way back up because these hoes are trash. They don't listen. You telling me
Yeah,
you
we
don't
wanna
listen?
be
Facts.
You don't listen.
Facts.
like
No,
we want the idea of
no,
marriage,
for real.
the
Like, bro,
duties that it takes to be married. A lot of women don't want to abide by the duty of marriage. It's like
yeah,
it
Mhm.
sounds
yeah.
good,
You
looks
want the
good,
game.
but marriage is a duty and it's also a business. So it's like there's a leader in the household when you're married, and nowadays women are the leader in their own household. So stepping into a relationship and trying to get married, they don't know how to shift that power to the man. They still feel like they are in power, and it's not easy. But that's
Because they are.
I actually disagree. The whole thing of I don't know how to be. Yeah, I'm actually even gonna eat my words for a second. You know when women say, "Oh, I've been the leader of my house. I've had to work and prepare for my bills. I've had to work and pay for my kids and take care of my kids because there's no man in the house. I'm a single mom, so I do this all by myself. I have to be a boss, so it's tough for me to become feminine." I disagree because how is it that you know what you want in a man? You know you want a provider. You know you have a list of requirements you have for a man, but for some reason you don't know how to be feminine to a man. You don't know how to be submissive to a man. That's why I don't buy that shit. If you can list everything a man should do for you, you should be able to have the same intellect to list everything a man expects from you or everything you're going to do for a man. Because I believe they don't want husbands. They just want men to pay their bills. They want providers. That's all they want.
You know why? This is the thing, right? Let me just say one thing real quick, because they are, and hey, I'm not trying to make this personal. I love y'all, but the fact that Dalen was saying that these women are not ready to get married, and then I click on your IG and his titties popping, ass popping, bending on fours, and all that.
Why? I don't have any. So that's a lie. I can never say what I don't have. I do not
Wait.
I'm about to
Are
go
you
look.
are you sure about that? Are you really sure about that? I just want to make sure about it.
been told all my life, Dalen, you have a pancake, not a pound cake. And I think I just started to
So,
listen that maybe people
are
like
you? Hey, I'll give you another chance to rebuttal. Are you sure about that?
if I have any ass,
No, like you have
If you
pictures
butt naked on
on
your
like
Oh,
Instagram,
he's
banded
talking
on.
about your profile.
No, no, you have pictures banded on fours with ass and titties popping out. You are on the strip club on a stripper pole doing some
that is not
crazy.
the strip club. I had a pole dancing class and also a yoga aerial arts class. And yes, pole dancing.
But that's great. Like you see, no. But you see what I'm saying? This is like y'all can give us even the bare minimum. A married woman shouldn't be
No,
posting.
because if I was a pole dance instructor or I
So
could be.
now that you have a husband and you're not the pole dancer instructor anymore, why not delete
you don't have a husband. You got a trick.
I think if my man was to propose to me now and he said, you know what, I don't think I want you to be a pole dance instructor because of so much of the politics are around it.
How are you going to be promoted if you don't stop doing it?
Exactly. It's like they want to have all the sexy photos on Instagram. Like, oh my God, this doesn't make sense. Did you guys catch what she said? She said she will until she get a husband, she will keep the sexy photos on Instagram. But mom, the so-called potential husband is gonna look at your Instagram before he proposes. Now you're giving him a chance not to propose to you. Because compare, a man finds a woman with Instagram and she doesn't have sexy photos of herself, naked photos of herself on Instagram. And then he has another woman who has sexy photos on Instagram which woman is he likely to propose to for marriage? It's probably going to be the woman who doesn't have those sexy photos. But this woman is saying when she finds the husband, when he proposes, then she will delete the photos. But at that time, it's too late. So instead of trying to promote yourself as a wife by putting out the wifely qualities, you're waiting for someone to propose to you so you can start showing that you will be a good wife. That's backwards to me.
If I'm one second. If I no, let me ask you a question. If I'm your boyfriend and I'm seeing all these pictures you posting like a single woman, why would I promote you? Why are you waiting for me to propose for you to delete it? Shouldn't you delete
Exactly.
it right now? So
Because that's your perception. Because you see, I'm not dating the master. I'm not dating the panel. You see, I live in real
she
life. I
doesn't
don't
get
live
it.
in virtual
you have
reality.
a picture of your booty popping out.
There's a difference between pole dancing class and actually being a stripper. Now, if I was a stripper and he was like, "Hey,
They
I
don't
don't think
get
I
it.
can be with you because you're a stripper," then that's understandable.
No,
But there's
no.
a difference between having fun and posting that fun online because he knows who I am and what I am.
No. There's
Oh my
I know he
God.
knows who you are, right? And that's totally fine. That's totally fine. You are not dating me, like you said, right? But
That is correct, Daddy.
if you are like, how are you out of the market? How are you yourself out of the market when you have pictures like these?
Because nothing is showing. Like that's an offer.
Oh my God, look at this photo. And she's, you see, ladies, this is why men just stop complaining about it. This is why men just stop telling you about yourself. Because she thinks this photo is okay to put on Instagram because she's single. She thinks men should accept this kind of photo. I hope you guys can see it. It's not as clear, but all she's doing is what most women do on Instagram. You know, the pose where they bend over and like they show their booty. You know, like when a man sees this, he doesn't see a wife. When a man sees this, he sees, how can I get to clap them cheeks from the back? That's what most men are going to see. No man is going to see this and he says, I can't wait to make this woman my wife. That is the truth. But she's saying this is okay and men should accept this. This is crazy.
Look at those legs.
Are you serious?
We can away from the topic, Patty. Let's stick on topic.
That's great.
No, put the picture back so everybody can see my legs.
Why men don't get married? No. This is why the marriage is declining. There's no.
We are
wives left.
cooked.
People- Let me finish. And
Look at your white qualities, Patty.
no, but no, 1 second. And this is and this is light. What I'm saying is that look at the prompt. Reason why marriage are declining, no wives left. Because even women that are married or want to be married are posting like hoes,
Yes.
are talking like hoes,
Facts.
are walking like hoes, and then are saying, why don't I get a husband? The husband that you get that respects this type of shit is the husband that nobody respects.
Facts.
Respectfully. So if you got it, you got it.
If you complain, like I don't, because I don't need to complain because I know when I come out of the house, when I leave the house and I come back, that the lights are on, the bills are paid, the
See?
food is in the fridge, I'm getting my cheeks clapped, I'm fine.
You found the stuff.
See? It's all the independent mindset. Everything you just said, oh, I got my bills paid, I got my lights on, I get my cheeks clapped. So why would a man want to marry this kind of woman? And I don't mean to call her out personally because I don't want to do personal attacks, but she just gave us an example of what men have to deal with. She's literally saying, I got my bills paid, I don't need a husband, so I'm going to show my ass on Instagram. And then when men talk about it, they're like, no, you got to accept it. It's like, how come you want me to accept you being sexy on Instagram, but you don't want to accept me making $50,000? Right? Anyway, man, what do you guys think about that? Shout out to Anton Daniels. This was a good show. I hope you guys learned something. It's crazy dating out here. We are cooked.